gives you the 2010.
My Lord.
Because you said, but God, in his infinite wisdom, is over here with the 2000. With the radio to come on when the car get warm. You got no help. Now God, gonna stand right here.
Yeah.
In wisdom. While you solid with the 2000.
Yeah.
The people saw you coming in. She must be blessed in me. Look how she you got your gangster leap.
Come on.
You got the car with your $10 shoes.
Come on. Yes, sir.
But you walk it like you're standing in Jerry Day. Help me somebody trying to preach. Not for this reason. Lord held the 2000 and gave it to Annabelle over here. Who been hitting a ride with anybody that give a ride. She ain't never prayed to God for no ride. She just gets a ride whenever she could. And when she couldn't get away, you see her coming over the hill, walking to church. I got no help in there. If I just get there, if I just get there, I know God will. I'm on my way. She's coming over the hill for this reason. Look at me talking. Now watch this. She gets the 2 lives. She's so grateful. She's so thankful. She's so satisfied. Every once she get a check, she pay a bill. She go on do what but you over in the 2010. You want to change the tires. They won't flash enough. You want to bring it down to them little things. You want to get the rims right. You done missed one note, but you ain't telling nobody. You still in the gangster league. Folk calling you and you trying to act like you ain't home. Trying to act like your cell phone is a little weak. Still in the gangster league. For this reason. Oh, let me hurry up. For this reason. Now they picking up that car. Help me somebody. I said they picking up that car. They have repossessed that car. It's down at the bank now. No LMA in the 2000s. She been doing so good. The banker called her name. Hey man, we just repossessed something. So I believe you can have it. Look right in there. Somebody say for this reason. You gotta know what's going on.
That's right.
You gotta really be focused.
That's right.
Stay in your purpose. Stay in your lane. Be about what you call. And God will.
Yes, He will.
Won't that I'm in prison because of what I did. I preached Christ, Him crucified, declared before the Jew that the Gentile would now sit at the table. So I'm in prison. Now some things that happen to you and everybody else will say, man, if you understood your purpose, you'd be standing there going, that is bad, ain't it? That's some bad stuff that happened to me. I did what they know in life. Sometimes you just really have to stop and think. That thing you calling bad, God's working something out here. God told the Corinthians, he says, when Paul told the Corinthians, he says, now God is a spirit. And what the spirit is, there's liberty. You know what he meant by that? In the middle of the night, he told them it was a conflict. He wanted them to understand that if you understand God to be a spirit, you've got to allow him the freedom.
That's right.
You got to relax.
That's right. That's right.
Look at somebody say relax. God knows you like living in the silver here, but you might have to go through projects for a while.
Come on, say that. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. There's somebody watching. There's somebody that got to see what a saint look like. ushered in the project.
Yes, Lord.
And then in God's own time, that same somebody, you got to see somebody, a saint, marching out of what he marched in.
That's right.
And he must distinctively recognize one thing. The response going in and the response going out was the same. Paul said, I've learned this whatsoever state that I'm in. Therewith both to be content. I can be a base. I can bow down. As long as it's the will of God. That's what we're talking about. He heard the folk was caught up with Jesus like that. He was really into them. He began his prayer, and this digression on grace opens up. I'll be quick because I really need to share just a couple of things with you, and you can read the rest for yourself. First thing that we notice in the text is Paul has looked at his situation, and Paul says, and I want you to hear this now. He's assessing his jail still. He says, I'm in jail. This is really just a commission of grace. Wait a minute. Nero's on the throne. Did you hear me say Nero's on the throne?
Come on.
There are hungry lions that are watching Paul. You got to know that.
Come on.
There are hungry lions that are waiting on Paul's. They're waiting on him. Dinner time, lunchtime, breakfast, even at midnight, they're waiting on him. And Paul assesses this terrible situation as a commission of the grace of God. See, it is proof positive in my own understanding that if you stop trying to define the situation you're in,
all right,
and start recognizing
yes,
the God who put you in that situation. If I can get this old nasty theology off the street that sickness is not of God.
Come on.
God is only associated with those things which
Come
are
on.
good. If I can get folk to read the Bible, if I can get folk to recognize the nature of God, then God will go some godly places and get you where you need to be. But what's interesting to me about this whole statement of Paul is that you remember who he was. Paul is looking at his experience on the Damascus Road. And he's deciding that when Jesus Christ straddled him. Can I say it like that? When Jesus jumped in his chest. When Jesus jacked him up. I got no help.
Come on, talk.
My mama was good at jacking me up. My mama weighed 105 pounds. 5'11", 5'10", maybe. And she would grab you in the collar and snatch you up. And we were bigger than she was. And look like our body was just getting there. She snatched you up. Jesus grabbed Paul and said, Paul, why are you messing with me? And Paul said, wait, hold. First of all, who is she? There's a statement of his misguided understanding about the will of God. Who art thou? King James Version.
That's right.
Who are you? Jesus said, I am the one that you persecute. I ain't persecuting nobody. I'm defending the church of a living God. He called his commission of grace his hour of disgrace.
That's right. That's right.
Did you hear that, did you? His hour of disgrace, of all shame and disgrace, he now calls it a commission of the grace of God. Do you know what happened on that road? This man had to admit to being a murderer. He had to admit to being a liar. He had to admit disrupting the kingdom of God. He had to admit being a violator of the very God that he declared he loved with all his heart and soul. He was humiliated. He was disgraced. Now he reflects and he says that moment was a commission of grace for me. Because in my disgrace, I got divine assignment. That's why egotistical people can't walk with God.
That's right. That's right.
That's why they